TG Geeks episode 266, March 23rd, 2020. HR Stuff and Stuff. Hello and welcome to another webcast from tggeeks.com, where Ben and Keith, the Two Gay Geeks, talk about all aspects of geekdom and nerdery, sci-fi, comics, film, horror genre, you name it, we talk about it. And I'm Keith Lane. We are coming to you from TG Squared Studios in lovely, allergy-ridden Phoenix, Arizona, where it's spring and we got the doors open.
Yeah, and we're a lot of
yeah,
and yes, and I'm Ben Raggington coming to you from quarantined.
Yes, exactly.
TG Squared Studios. Why? We're about to find out.
We're about to find out. Yes, let's get on with this show.
Prepare for hyperdrive.
Meanwhile, in the Hall of Episodes, the Two Gay Geeks are discussing this.
Well, in this episode, we are going to talk about our little vacation that we took to New York City, and that kind of caused the self-quarantine since Ben's work said, don't come into work.
Yeah, not allowed to come into work for 10 days.
For 10 days. 10 working days, yes.
But I can work remotely. I have the means to telecommute, so yes, I'm not out of a job.
We both work from home, so it's a kind of a nice thing. We want to tell you a little bit about our trip to New York City and some of the things we did, some of the things we done.
Some of the things we done.
As well as we're going to talk about Picard a little bit, and Doctor Who, which we have not talked about, and Altered Carbon. We'll have our birthday shout-outs and featured podcasts of the week and feedback. And in our second segment, we're going to talk about a couple of books that we've been reading, and then we'll have our weekly recap and our regular shout-outs. So we're going to get right on with this show. Well,
are we being a little self-grandiose about giving ourselves our own interview music?
Exactly. Well, as we have said on our previous two episodes, that we were headed to New York City to basically the whole point of the trip was to go to the opera.
Yeah, we were going to go to the Metropolitan Opera.
Yep.
We had been planning this for
over a year.
So. And we were going to see 4 operas.
In 3 days.
And one on Thursday, one on Friday, 2 on Saturday.
Yep, and do some other sightseeing. But we get there Monday afternoon. And things start to get a little weird.
That's when things began to derail, right from the moment we were on our way from the airport to the hotel.
Yeah, and then, what was it we did Monday evening? We did something with Corey. I can't remember. A good friend of ours, Corey Nelson, went with us. And I don't remember what we did Monday
British
afternoon.
pub?
Yeah, I think so. And then
we kind of turned in because, we were all tired.
Yeah, and then Tuesday we walked. Walked along. We actually rode the train up to
went to the Apple store because I forgot my power cord. Yeah, forgot again.
Now we have 14 of them.
I know. But at least one of them is now in my computer bag, so that wherever I go, because I'll be taking that with me when I travel. Exactly. I know that my cord for my MacBook will be with me.
Yeah, and it was a little cool, and
tiny bit.
The things you could start seeing things begin to.
Well, they were
thin out.
Yeah, well, there
were
lots
of precautions to be taken.
It was unusual, but nothing we thought that was too alarming. Although we did go prepared.
Yeah, we took lots of hand sanitizer and sanitizing wipes and everything. But after we went to the Apple store, we walked practically the entire
all the way
length of Central Park.
Yeah,
and went up to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Oh, Monday we went to the museum. I mean, not Museum, the library.
We did?
Yes, we did. Monday afternoon, we went to the library.
That's right. We did. We did go to it.
So that was...
Man, it's just like all of it is a whirlwind for the fact that there was a lot we didn't do.
Exactly. So we went to the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
That was amazing.
Wow, what an incredible place.
I've got a boatload of photos that I need to upload because I thought the place was just incredible. I mean, the things that we saw there were amazing. And I can't digest all of it.
There were so many things, and there was a print, not a print, but it was on... I can't remember what the actual painting was on, but it was something that I saw in a book that my grandmother had brought back from the Metropolitan Museum of Art in the 60s, which had a lot of their art that you could buy prints of and various things like that. And it was one that I'd been fascinated since I was a child. And it was this small piece that you could see in the book. And it was The Midnight Ride of Paul Revere.
Right.
And it was... the reason it fascinated me is the trees that he had painted looked like Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
So I did check with the gal at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and she said that it was not on display at that point. And I don't think it was owned by the Metropolitan Museum.
Yeah, because you talked to somebody else later, and she said it's not one of theirs.
It's been on loan to them many, many times. In fact, they've had 5 or 6 showings of it since it was painted in the 40s. But it was a fascinating piece. So I didn't get to see that, but we did kind of have a nice time looking around.
Had a great time, actually. I thought it was
beautiful.
God,
that was it was incredible. And then we walked across Central Park,
which was a hike in of itself.
Oh my gosh. Took some photos, and the park is really, really nice. And we wound up at the American Museum of Natural History on the other side, but it was like 3 o'clock.
About 3, yeah.
So we decided, we wanted to spend more time, and decided to go ahead and ride the train back. And I think that evening, didn't we do a big walk downtown all over? No, and also Monday afternoon, that was what it was. We went... I needed a hat.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we went down to the hat store.
You needed yourself a hat.
Yeah, so I got to wear that since my poor bald head. I don't want to burn it again.
And you wanted a
nice hat.
And, yeah, because the one that you got of this type at Disney World is kind of like made of paper.
It's made of paper, and I mean it's a fairly nice hat, but it
can't take the punishment.
It can't take the punishment. This is a nice, good straw hat. And it was actually half price, too. So it was kind of nice, yeah. And then, what was it? Tuesday.
Well, Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Then Wednesday.
Wednesday, we went up to the Museum of
Natural History, which blew my mind.
Oh, my gosh. I know. And
Mom kept telling me, because I was talking to my mom, before we went on this trip, and she said, one of the places you have to go is the Museum of Natural History. She said, you will fall in love with it. And she was not wrong. That museum was amazing.
It truly was amazing.
Especially their science section.
Oh my gosh. You got to see a lot of the planetarium stuff. And I mean, some of it was a little outdated, but not too much. It was fascinating about the solar system and space in general, all of that neat stuff. And then we went up and saw the T-Rex bones.
The T-Rex bones. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. And all of
there was a lot of paleontology exhibits.
It was absolutely incredible.
It was amazing.
Then we went to the museum, the dinosaur store, the dino store.
The dino store, yes.
Yes. And then we actually bought some stuff for our grandnephew, and it was... we're going to get him interested in dinosaurs.
Yeah.
So we bought a book that's called Sam the Sauropod, and the what was it? The other one's T-Rex and the Impossible Hug. As well as
making Tyrannosaurus Rex the friendly huggable dinosaur.
Yes, exactly. And then let's see, that was pretty much
it. What we did for Tuesday.
Yeah, we rode the train back, and we did some other things in the afternoon, and just kind of wandered around again in the evening and kind of looking for restaurants and different places and things. Of course, I think, was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. I think I went to the Keel's flagship store.
Oh, that's when we went to Grand Central Station, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
My gosh. Wow.
If you're going to New York City, you have to go to Grand Central Station.
Absolutely.
That place is amazing. And of course, I did something really stupid. We entered into the main promenade floor, whatever the hell you want to call it. And I turned to Corey and I said, "This is where Captain America fought the Chitauri." And some guy just smirked at me when I said that.
That's great. So, yeah, the Grand Central Station, it was unbelievable in the architecture and just the way it's structured, and that whole food court thing. The
food court's incredible, and they have a really nice sit-down restaurant oyster bar, which I thought was unreal. I mean, I'm not into oysters; it's not my thing, but the fact they still had this big place that looked like a very upscale sit-down restaurant impressed me to no end, and the stores.
It's called the oyster bar or oyster canteen or oyster. Yeah, whatever. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it was really incredible. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was amazing.
And then that's when we walked down to the Keels and we walked down. Oh, we went to the Strand bookstore. Oh my God,
that was great. And actually, we found a copy of The Hanged Man by Mr. K.D. Edwards. Got a photo of it, and I sent it to him, and he was most pleased.
And a copy of Red,
White, and Blue, Red, White, and Royal Blue,
by Casey McQuiston. It was in their must-read section.
Excellent. Well, so should their Hanged Man.
Well, yeah, exactly.
That should be in their must-read as well. The fact that it was like buried somewhere in their sci-fi section was like criminal.
Yep.
But be that as it may, Strand was a really cool store.
Yeah, it was. I mean, there was, lots and lots and lots of books.
It's a privately owned, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not a chain that I know of.
No. But
and it's kind of nice to, even though I like to read on Kindle because my eyes are crap, but at the same time, there's something really cool about the physical aspect of a book.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was. And that evening, we walked all over. I mean, I guess probably in the time that we were in the city, we walked, probably 40 miles.
Oh, that's a fair estimate, I think. Yeah.
So it was kind of crazy. We'd walked, 7 miles one day and 9 miles the next and 5 the next. And
well, it's easy to do that. I mean, obviously, you've got the subway system, which is ridiculously efficient.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
And that can take you pretty much anywhere you need to go.
Exactly, or within a couple of blocks.
Exactly.
Anyway.
But everything else is still so easily within walking distance.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and you just walk all over, and it's amazing what you can see while you're walking. I mean, it's just
and we didn't explore
architecture,
and we still didn't explore
stuff.
A tenth of it.
No,
there's still so much more that we never saw.
And I guess it was Thursday morning we were supposed to have a tour of the Empire State Building.
Oh, that's right. Thursday morning was the Empire State Building.
Empire State Building and several other things, and they never showed up for the tour, so we went to Starbucks there in the Empire State Building and had some coffee, and then we
went back to the hotel.
Walked back to the hotel.
Because it was cold, and we had gotten up really early because we had to be at the Empire State Building by no later than 7.
We wandered around, and then it was sometime, in the early afternoon that Clint Borzoni, who was going to go to the opera with us, said, the Met has canceled all their performances. And then I looked, and it was like, oh, my God.
I thought that was Thursday you learned about
Thursday.
Oh, that Thursday?
Yeah, that was Thursday.
Okay, right, Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday afternoon.
It was about 2:00 in the afternoon. You then said, that's it. Yep. And we were afraid of that because on the way over from the airport on Monday, you'd gotten a letter or an email stating that the tour we were supposed to get, the behind-the-scenes tour at the Metropolitan had been canceled because of some concerns of COVID-19. So then there was the immediate worry. Oh dear!
Oh my gosh! Are they
gonna cancel the operas?
Right.
And
and there they did.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed, but You know,
you had a really good.
I understand.
Yeah, you got it out of your system really quickly. You had a very loud rant for a while, but you got it out of your system, and then we were all fine.
Yes, I said several expletives, but and then so Thursday we did some.
Well, Thursday we then met up with some friends from Scotland.
Oh yes, in Times Square, as a matter of fact. And I have a photo of Times Square right there,
which is
in front of the Starbucks and the ABC studios for Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And it was a ghost town.
I mean, and when we say ghost town for New York City, we're saying that of the capacity that can take, there are maybe only a third of the people there. It was, I mean, there were people. There was a lot of milling around. There were a lot of cars going. But Times Square in of itself should be like a sardine can, and it wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, we went in, we got drinks at Starbucks, and then you and I, along with our friend Andrew and his girlfriend, I mean, we just walked right out, found a table to sit at. We should not have been able to.
No, at all. We should have been.
And there were
neck and neck.
Several tables that were available. A lot of tables that were available. We just had no problem sitting down there. So yeah, Times Square was relatively empty for what it should have been. But still, it was really nice to meet up with this guy. We met him on the Disney Wonder during our second cruise on the Disney Cruise Line when we sailed from Vancouver down to L.A. as part of their transitional.
Yep.
And we met him there. He was working behind the coffee bar, and we became fast friends immediately and stayed in contact all these years. And I found out, like the day before, like on Wednesday, that he and his girlfriend were in New York.
Wow.
Because he just happened to post it on Instagram, so I then started messaging him, and then for how many hours for the remainder of the day and for the first part of Thursday, we're playing tag.
No, that was Friday.
Was that Friday?
We went to the vessel on Friday. So Thursday, I can't remember what it was that we did.
I thought we saw him on Thursday, and then on Friday was when we went to that reception.
Friday is when we went to the reception, yes.
Right, but I didn't think we went to the vessel on that day.
Yeah, in the morning, because you were chatting with him. They were supposed to do the helicopter tour.
Oh, that's right.
So, anyway.
That's right. I was chatting with him at the time. Yeah, we were trying to meet up with him. So maybe I guess that was Friday.
Yeah. Oh, well. You lose track of time.
I know, because, I mean, in spite of the fact that, because we were making things up as we go along.
At this point, yeah.
I mean, we were trying to improvise. What can we do? I mean, Broadway went dark.
Oh, yeah. Everything. It was unbelievable to walk down there because, I wandered all over town. Mm-hmm. And to walk down there where the shows would be.
Right.
And it just
that's right.
Ghost towns.
It was Friday because Thursday they announced the closing of the Met Opera for the rest of the season. And Friday, Broadway followed suit. So, yes, that was all on Friday. Yep. You're right.
And we went to the vessel, which is down at
Hampton Shipyards or something like that?
No, not the shipyard.
I just made that right up.
Anyway, it's at the downtown.
Yeah, it's downtown, but there's that specific area's got a name for it, and I can't think of the name right now.
Yeah. Anyway, that was a fascinating little thing. Mm-hmm. The vessel. Oh my gosh, I had never heard of it until
I hadn't either. But an author friend of ours, J. Scott Coatsworth, I guess he told you about it.
Yes, he told me, and he sent me a photo of it. He said he had seen it on RuPaul's Drag Race.
It is the most bizarre thing.
It is. But it's fascinating.
I'm assuming that we'll put a picture of it in the article on our website for this episode.
It's at the Hudson Yards.
Hudson Yards. That's it.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's right by the Hudson River.
Really?
Duh. I know. I was like, why I couldn't come up with that? I don't know.
The Hampton River.
I said Hampton. Oh, yeah, we're in Virginia. Sure. We're Hampton Roads. Yeah, right.
But that was kind of fascinating. It took, oh gosh, I did a video of us going up in the elevator to the top.
Which was slow.
But it was actually, it wasn't a cable driven.
No,
it was actually gear driven. So it's easily...
And it goes up at a very odd angle, too. It's almost like an inclinator.
Yeah. The inclinators at
the Luxor. Almost like. I mean, it's very odd, but very scenic.
Yeah.
It was really far out.
You
went
could
to
see
the top, and
There was you could see the Empire State Building, and that was kind of neat. It was right between two buildings that you could see the Empire State Building, and then from the roof of our hotel, you could see the Chrysler Building.
Oh yeah.
At night, and it was really kind of nice.
It was
I
lovely.
really wanted to go see the Chrysler Building, but
Yeah.
we didn't make it there. But Friday evening was really actually something that I'd kind of planned on,
And it still happened. It still occurred.
Yeah, it was a thing that I got an email for just about 2 months before we went, and it was Pink Media was doing a thing that was a gathering
kind of a launch also.
LGBTQ media launch, and Matt Scallerud, who's he does Pink Media, and if you see any of our Twitter tags, I love gay,
I love gay movies, I love gay TV, I love gay books, etc.
I love gay LGBT. Those are all his thing, and he was putting together this launch party for this new pop-up events for media and whatnot. And I said, we're going to be in town.
Since we'll be there.
We'll be there. And actually, it was going to be just before the opera, so we weren't going to be there for a long time. But then when the opera got changed and canceled, we stayed there the
entire
whole
time.
event. We actually dressed up and
we were there
got to meet Matt.
Met a number of people.
Yeah, a number of people that we got cards for, and we're going to stay in contact with. It was kind of a nice little.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and there was maybe 50 people there or so.
It was a nice little turnout.
Yeah, and it had some wonderful food.
Oh, the food was phenomenal.
Oh my gosh! Not only there, they had some great appetizers, but we had a really good time exploring restaurants.
Oh, yeah. I mean, New York City has got some amazing places to eat at. Of course, right now they're all in shutdown. I think they're only offering takeout or whatever. But if, once this plague decides to go away, I would recommend, go to New York City and explore Hell's Kitchen.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's where we were in between. We were on that cusp of Hell's Kitchen and the Garment District, just right there in the middle of both of them. And it was pretty incredible food there.
Yeah, we ate some really good stuff.
Yeah. So
and then that night after Pink Media,
we
had dinner with Clint Borzoni.
No, was that?
It was that same night.
No,
that was Friday night. Yes, it was.
Did we? I thought it was Saturday night.
No, we rushed over.
Yeah, that's right, because we were dressed up. Yeah, we went over to the name of the restaurant is Hell's Kitchen in Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, imagine that. I wonder if it's one of the first.
Yeah, Clint and his boyfriend Hector met us there with Corey, and we had some Mexican food and kind of had a nice conversation. Then we went over to there was the cookie shop just a couple of blocks away, and that was really kind of neat.
Oh yeah.
So,
had a great time chatting them both.
Yeah,
it was wonderful being able to see.
Good.
It was great to see Clint, and assuming that Arizona Opera is on schedule in the fall.
In the fall, yeah.
Then we will be seeing Clint and Hector again because they're both coming out.
Yes,
for the premiere of Copper Queen.
Exactly,
because that is the opera that Clint composed.
Yep.
So that'll be wonderful. But yeah, in spite of everything, I think we had a good time.
Yeah, we had some. And Saturday we did. Just kind of wandered around a little bit, had some lunch, and
found a really great sandwich hamburger type.
Yeah, it was
shop.
Schnippers.
Schnippers.
It was
that was
in
so
the
good.
New York Times building.
That was an awesome place.
Yeah. Oh, and we found two comic book shops.
Oh yeah.
One was what was the first one? Oh shoot.
Well, one was Forbidden Planet.
Forbidden Planet,
and that was the same night we left.
Yeah.
That was after we saw Strands.
Right,
we left Strands bookstore,
right, and we just happened on it.
Yeah,
but the other one was Midtown Comics.
Yeah,
we happened on both of them, just walking down the street, and it's like, oh my gosh, we have to go in there.
Have to go in there, and you bought something at Midtown, if I remember right.
Yeah, at Midtown, I bought a graphic novel, and then. Bought a acrylic Gumby. What is it?
Like a Funko
bobblehead Funko? Yes, Funko Gumby. And then at Forbidden
Planet. Oh gosh, I don't recall.
We bought the line drawings or the black and white Bat Noir, the Gotham by Gaslight by
That's
Brian
right,
Augustyn.
by Brian Augustyn, yeah. Which looked amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible. So that's kind of our trip to New York. Mm-hmm. I mean, we did a lot. Oh my gosh.
I mean, in spite of the fact, well, there's a lot to do, even though it was, the main reasons we were there got canceled on us.
Yeah.
There was still plenty of things to find and plenty of things to do if you just explore.
Yep, exactly. So, Picard.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
We have just finished. We're up to we finished the second to the last episode.
The penultimate episode.
We still have one episode left. And oh my god,
we're not going to no spoilers. But,
no spoilers.
And we have hashed a bunch of
really
whacked out theories,
totally whacked out, which I'm sure none of them will come to pass.
Exactly, we're never right.
No, we're never about any of these things. But it was still. I mean, I really am just wildly in love with this show.
I can't believe how well written it is. It just is. You can tell that Michael Chabon is and we said this before, he is a geeky fan.
Total
he is
fan.
A total geek about it.
Yeah, and what I loved, the other thing that I really like about Picard is that not only does he have the details right, but he has the spirit
Absolutely.
of the show right. Because even though the atmosphere and the culture of that time is a negative one, you've got Picard, who is serving as the torchbearer for all things good that Starfleet and the Federation are supposed to represent.
Exactly.
And he is standing by that philosophy.
Yep.
And it is so amazing to watch and to hear him give these points and try to let people know that we can still be better.
Yep.
Exactly. And I'm like, this is what Star Trek is supposed to be. And I say that to all the people that are naysayers who are like, this isn't Star Trek. Rubbish. Well, how is it not Star Trek? Just because they're not in the ship and they're not out exploring the galaxy like the Enterprise did? Star Trek is more than that. I mean, it is about going out there and exploring, meeting other cultures, which Picard does do, interestingly enough. But it's about trying to show how good humanity can really be.
Exactly.
I think it's amazing.
I do too. I can't wait till the next episode.
I know.
And then it's like, oh, we don't have any more.
No, but then we've got Discovery on the horizon, quite literally. So hopefully that will be able to pick up, at least in tone, what Picard was able to get started.
Now,
so as wonderful as Picard is, Doctor Who is not.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Oh my God!
Is that what the TARDIS has turned into?
Yes, it's a giant blue elephant.
Giant blue
in
elephant
the room.
In the room.
Wow!
And it's not sexy.
Not at all.
Anything but. Oh my God! What an utter train wreck this series became.
Oh geez, it's like
I was okay with last year, but this year, no. This thing has just. I mean,
they have jumped the shark.
Oh,
they truly have. I mean, there was no shark.
No, the thing is,
they jumped off the planet.
Well, and I know that there's some feedback which we'll get to in the episodes to come, in response to my article that I wrote reviewing Doctor Who for this season. I know that there was one person, I won't say who felt that maybe I might have been a bit unfair. No, I was not, and there is an actual YouTube video, and we won't post the link, or maybe I'll just share the link somewhere. But this person really hit every salient point as to why this was wrong, because it not only just completely created a bunch of plot holes within the classics.
Plot holes? Theme holes.
Theme holes, plot holes, contrivances. I mean, the whole thing was just a mess. Not only did it violate, I mean, granted, the classic Doctor Who's canon is very loose.
Right.
It's very loose, but that was...
But it's not porous.
No. Oh, that's a good word. I like that. But what it does to the reboot...
Oh, yeah.
...is horrific, especially, from Paul McGann on.
Yeah, Paul McGann doesn't count.
Paul McGann does count.
He does count, yes.
Paul McGann does count. Paul McGann does count.
But
And Russell T. Davies, or actually, there was it was Stephen Moffat.
Right.
Made the case. So what they've done here, I think, is just an utter travesty. And I don't know if I can come back to it.
Yeah,
I really don't.
I'm pretty much done with Doctor Who now. I think
I'm afraid.
we'll continue to watch the classic and some of the things that we like about the new Who,
but to be honest, I don't know if I can go back to it. I really don't, because
and we're not just being curmudgeons.
No, we're really not. I mean, we're walking away from it because this is pure and simple bad writing.
Yep,
terrible writing. Idiot plots all over the place, lazy writing.
Yep.
And running of the show by Chris Chibnall. I mean, I think he's just done a dreadful job with the show.
Yep. Now, Altered Carbon.
Holy smokes.
Oh my God. Talk about genius writing.
That is brilliant. And what I loved about this series, the way it wrapped up, is that in one episode, they were able to completely reinvent the tone of the series of this year. Because, the first season I would kind of equate, it was very action oriented.
Yeah.
I mean, it was very hardcore sci-fi.
Well, and it was also setting the stage.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, obviously. But when you get into the season, it is sort of a continuation of that. But then it takes this really weird turn, a good turn, that starts to, beg some very heady philosophical questions. What is humanity? What does it mean to be human? I thought this was really fantastic stuff that they were throwing out there.
Exactly.
And at one moment, I think the greatest moment of humanity came from an AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Which was beautiful to watch.
Oh my gosh. I just love Poe and Dig now.
Yeah. My God, we have to have more of them. I mean, I was so happy when they brought Poe back, because I didn't think we were going to get him back after the end of the first year.
Oh, yeah.
And then to bring him back, but to bring him back flawed.
Oh, it
was brilliant.
It was.
Loved it.
I loved it. Yes,
I thought it was a fantastic series. I haven't heard
for the next one. But.
I haven't heard anything yet. I haven't looked, so I don't know if it got the green light or not. I think Netflix is right now just hedging their bets. A lot of production companies are hedging their bets right now because of COVID-19. A lot of things are on hold.
Yep.
Movies are being postponed. Movies are being stopped from filming.
Exactly.
So who's to say? They're probably not making any announcements right now, and won't for some time until this plague is gone.
Yep.
But I'm hoping that Altered Carbon did do good enough numbers so that it would warrant a season 3, because I thought this was an amazing series. Yeah. I really loved it, and people, you really need to see it.
If you haven't seen the first season, watch it. If you haven't watched the second season yet, oh my God,
watch the first season.
In for a
you'll be in a great treat. I very much enjoyed it. I mean, I would have liked to have seen the actor from the first season come back, but I did like Anthony Mackie.
Yeah,
I thought he did a good job as Tack. He was fun to watch.
Yeah,
but this was a great show. I really loved it. Check it out. I mean, it gets the Philip K. Dick seal of approval, in my opinion.
Exactly.
This is Michael R. Menengay, master of model trains and aquariums. You're listening to the Two Gay Geeks.
Wow, wasn't that segment really great? They did a great job talking about all that stuff.
I know. Should we hear them? Should hear of them more often?
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, maybe we should have them on the show regularly.
Yeah, enough
or not.
Meta stuff here. Here's a few selected birthdays for March 23rd through March 29th, 2020. March 23rd, Chaka Kanaka.
Happy Chaka Khan.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Chaka Khan.
Yes. Singer, she started out with the funk band Rufus and was...
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, and dubbed the Queen of Funk. And
I actually loved Rufus. I thought that was a great group.
Yep, she was, and then had a tremendous solo career. And Joan Crawford, actress, prolific actress in the 20s, the late 20s.
Really?
30s,
I mean, I mostly know her from
40s.
her that horror period.
Yep, and on into the 50s. Famous for Mildred Pierce and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with Bette Davis.
Oh, my God. That's a disturbing movie.
Yep. And she was in 69, I think, the Night Gallery episode of Eyes.
Oh, that's so good.
In my researching her, I found out that Steven Spielberg directed that episode of Eyes.
Spielberg,
and she taught him how to belch.
yeah. There was a certain claim to fame there for Spielberg.
Yeah, but she actually they became friends. And
oh, really? I didn't know that.
She would. Typically, she answered all of her own fan mail.
I knew that.
On blue paper and autographed it. She typed the responses and then autographed it. And she would send notes to different people that she liked and friends of hers, and she would regularly contact Steven Spielberg.
How about that?
Yeah. And she was also, married to Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and Alfred Steele, the CEO of Pepsi. Mm-hmm. And she was typical... I think she epitomizes that Hollywood glamour of old.
Yes, I think that's
in
a fair
the way
thing to
that
say.
they made her up, and that her hair and her makeup was always perfect, and everything.
Yeah,
so,
I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah. And then we have Rick Ocasek,
The late Rick Ocasek.
Yeah, of the Cars.
The Cars.
Yes. And Betty Nesmith Graham, inventor.
I'm going to guess that is Mike Nesmith's mother.
Yes, inventor of liquid paper. And I wrote down mother of Michael Nesmith of the Monks. Obviously.
The Monks?
Autocorrect fixed it for me. Yes. Yeah. And then we have Ugo Tognazzi. He was an actor. He was in Barbarella.
Oh, really?
Yes, and all three of the La Cage aux Folles films.
Ah.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Well, now I have to see Barbarella again.
Oh, dear God.
God, what a weird movie.
And then we have good friend Andrew Godot and Jim Miller and Jen McCleary Allen on the 23rd. March 24th, Jim Parsons, actor.
Big Bang Theory,
played Sheldon, came out in 2012 and said this about his relationship. He says, "It's an act of love. Coffee in the morning, going to work, washing the clothes, taking the dogs out, a regular life, boring love."
Yeah, that is our gay agenda, people.
Exactly. Then we have Harry Houdini, magician, escape artist. He was also an aviator.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He loved to fly, yep. He was actually planning to take a plane trip to Australia. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we have Steve Ballmer, Microsoft, former CEO, founder, co-founder of Microsoft. Joseph Priestley, not Jason Priestley. Jason Priestley is not a scientist. Joseph Priestley was. He was the scientist that discovered oxygen.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Steve McQueen.
You passed.
At Edward Weston.
Yes.
Photographer, contemporary of Ansel Adams. His archives are all at the Center for Creative Arts at the University of Arizona, as well as Ansel Adams' work there. Steve McQueen, actor, Great Escape. Oh my gosh, several other things. Oh my gosh. Joseph Barbera, producer, co-founder of Hanna-Barbera, and Ub Iwerks. You know who he is? Inventor, animator, worked most of his career at Disney.
Yep.
Inventor of the multi-plane camera, among other things. He was the kind of the inventor guy that Walt said, we want to do this. Okay, I'll go invent it.
Yeah.
I'll figure out how to do it. So, and his daughter or I think it's his granddaughter, Leslie Iwerks, is a producer and filmmaker.
Yes, because we saw her in the Imagineers special on the Disney Plus.
Behind the scenes Imagineers, yep. Then we have Finn Jones, actor, Game of Thrones, Iron Fist. Bob Mackey, costume designer, fashion designer.
There's another one. If you want to talk, I mean, I can't tell you the number of times I have watched the Oscars.
Yep.
and somebody walks in, some actress, with a beautiful gown, and it's a Bob Mackie.
Yep. Discovered by Edith Head.
Of course, by E.
Of course. And then Mama in L.A.
Yeah, that's right.
Worthy worked for him for many years. Mm-hmm. And then we have Facebook friends James Spring and Travis Osland. March 25th, Elton John, singer.
The Rocket Man himself.
The Rocket Man himself, yep. A career spanning almost 50 years now, or actually 50 years.
After seeing Rocket Man the movie, I find that I have much greater respect for Elton John as a person as well as an artist, and I still love his music. I think it's brilliant.
Oh yeah, some of the best music. Oh my God, of the 70s. Mm-hmm. Wow, and early 80s. Aretha Franklin, singer. Dubbed the Queen of Soul. Mm-hmm. She was something else. Lee Pace, actor. He was Thranduil in the Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings. Well, actually more The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, yes. And he was also Ronan.
Ronan the
Destroyer.
Ronan the Destroyer? Was it?
No, Ronan...
oh, God. Ronan the Executor.
Executor, yeah.
I don't remember now. But he was Ronan, in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep. Patrick Troughton,
the Doctor,
second Doctor. This is third,
second.
Or the 57th Doctor, according to the new Who.
Oh, we're not even going to go down that road. And people, you wonder why I'm upset.
Exactly. Then we have Bela Bartok, a composer. He used a lot of Hungarian folk music. He was the composer of Bluebeard's Castle, which is an incredible piece.
Love that.
He always, even though he tried to use some of the 12-tone he didn't want to be atonal.
No, he wasn't. I think he borrowed ideas for maybe 12-tone composition.
Well, he actually, his second violin concerto, he commented that he wanted to show Schoenberg, who was the big proponent of 12-tone, that one could use all 12 tones and still remain tonal.
That is not an easy thing to do.
Yep. And then we have Matthew Garber.
Garber?
Yep.
Okay, because
actor.
The script says Barber.
Oh, does it? Oh, well.
Because I was going to say, is he Samuel Barber's son?
No.
And then I was going to say, it's a fact.
No, it's Matthew Garber.
Ah, as in Mary Poppins.
As in Mary Poppins. Stop stravating along, Michael. And then we have...
We are not a codfish.
Yes, we are not a... Close your mouth. We are not a codfish. And then Arturo Toscanini, conductor. He conducted several world premieres of a number of composers. Mm-hmm. And just a wonderful conductor, New York Philharmonic, and among others. He conducted at the Met and everywhere.
Now, I could be completely wrong. Didn't he have some connection with the NBC Orchestra?
Probably...
I thought I heard that somewhere, or I don't know, I'm probably wrong. But I thought I heard somewhere that he did something with them at one time.
Yep, probably. March 26th, Steven Tyler.
Aerosmith, the man with the mouth.
The Demon of Screamin'.
Oh. Is that his name?
Yeah, it's one of his nicknames.
Wow. Well, that would be about right. I mean, the man can shriek like nobody.
And then Larry Page, computer scientist, co-founder of our overlords, Google.
Oh, okay.
Diana Ross, singer, larger-than-life personality.
Formerly a Supreme.
Yes.
Well, no, she was never a Supreme.
She was never Supreme.
No, she was always Diana Ross.
And the Supremes. Leonard Nimoy, actor. I don't know what he did, but...
I think he appeared in a series called...
Star Wars?
No, I was going to say he was in a police series called The Lieutenant.
Oh.
And that's how he came to the attention of Gene Roddenberry.
Oh, yeah. So, who's Gene Roddenberry?
Leave this house.
As we all know, Star Trek, he was Spock. And a wonderful director, too.
Oh, he's a very good director.
Yep. Robert Frost, poet, wrote mostly about New England Americana. Tennessee Williams, a writer, wrote Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, Streetcar Named Desire. Mm-hmm. And then we have Alan Silvestri, composer, a film composer. My God, I looked through his He's written like there were sometimes 6 and 7 and 8 scores a year for movies,
and he really managed to crank out some very great thematic music. I mean, the two that immediately come to mind are Back to the Future and then the Avengers films.
Well, and Polar Express.
Oh my God, Polar Express. Okay,
Yeah.
I take that back. Because that's a beautiful movie.
Yep.
Beautiful music. Yeah, the he's quite good.
Yep. And then we have good friend Chuck Tomasi.
Tomasi, Mr. Technorama, Rama.
Mr. Technorama. Happy birthday, Chuck. March 27th. Quentin Tarantino,
One of my
filmmaker.
favorite filmmakers.
Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction. Supposedly like a neo-noir films is his how they classify his films, and does a lot of pop culture stuff and self-referential.
The man is a geek. In fact, I always say that if you watch a Tarantino film, the star of the movie is Tarantino.
Yeah.
It's not whoever you're seeing on the screen. It's what you are seeing on the screen.
Yep, exactly. Nathan Fillion, actor, Firefly, Serenity, among other things. Gloria Swanson.
Swanson.
Actress, Sunset Boulevard is Norma Desmond.
Oh, my
with
God.
William Holden. What a film. Oh, my God.
What a freaky lady she was.
It was. But the film was self-referential in many, many different ways. There's one scene where she's watching a movie and her butler is showing the film.
Oh, yeah.
And she jumps up in front of the screen and says, "I will be back up there someday." The interesting thing,
there's truth to that.
The film that they were watching,
it was her.
As
a silent actress.
And
him.
The butler was playing the butler.
Yeah.
In the film.
I know. It's so meta. It's an amazing movie.
It's just incredible. So he played Eric Stroheim played the butler in both films. Then we have Julian Glover, actor. He was in Doctor Who, the Jaggeroth.
Ha!
Jeez.
You could call him the Kaliak?
Yes.
I don't think so.
That was Vivian Faye. Anyway, Julian Glover is an incredible actor.
Oh, I love Julian Glover.
He's got sometimes this deadpan delivery that is just... It's like it's so
City
British.
of Death is for me his best role.
Yeah, it's great. Then we have Austin Pendleton, a character actor. He was Christmas with the Cranks. He was the Santa guy. Yeah, among other things, he was also in Finding Nemo. He was the My Bubbles.
No, not him.
No. He was the other one.
Yeah.
But
anyway. He was one of the fish in the aquarium tank.
Yep. Then we have Sarah Vaughan, singer, wonderful jazz singer, woman of color. We have a recording of Broken Hearted Melody. Oh my God.
Love it.
Incredible song. And then we have Ferdy Grofé. He was a composer. He came to the attention of a number of people when he arranged Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue.
He arranged it?
He arranged that. He
I
was
didn't
the
know
arranger
that.
for that.
Yeah. I had no idea.
And then his On the Trail, the third movement of his Grand Canyon Suite, is on the Grand Circle Tour of Disneyland Railroad.
I didn't know that was his either. Okay.
Yep. That's his. And actually, the whole third movement is there's one of those live, what did Disney do?
Wildlife Adventures?
Yeah. And it's the Grand Canyon, and it features the whole third movement of the Grand Canyon Suite. And then we have Scott Sheehy on a Facebook friend. March 28th. Lady Gaga.
I love
singer,
this lady.
Versatile singer. She reinvents herself regularly.
And she has serious skill as a singer. I adore her.
Recorded an album with Tony Bennett. Huge LGBTQ supporter. And just a wonderful singer altogether.
Yes, she's a great human being.
Yep. And then we have Diane Weist.
Or is it Weist?
Weist. Somebody has to like me best. Yes, among many other roles that she's done, but speaking of La Cage aux Folles.
Yeah, but I think Birdcage is my favorite role with her because she can turn out some fantastic lines in there.
And she and Gene Hackman together.
Oh, their chemistry is beautiful.
incredible. And then we have Marlon Perkins, zoologist, Mutual of
Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
and staple of Johnny Carson before, what's his name, took over Wild Kingdom. Then we have Bart Connor, gymnast, actor.
Bart Connor, let me see, that would be the 1984 Summer Olympics.
Yep. March 29th, Marina Sirtis, actor, Star Trek.
We just saw her a couple of weeks ago in Picard.
In a Picard episode, yeah. And her performance was...
Oh, it was very moving.
It was very moving.
Very touching.
Yep. Eric Idle.
I met him.
Monty Python.
I met him in San Francisco.
Yeah.
He was at the Japanese tea garden and at the actual tea restaurant. And there was like nobody there. I was there with my mom and my sister. And I kept looking at him thinking he looks awfully familiar. I walked up to him because he was just talking to this one other person at a table with an entirely empty restaurant. And I said, I'm sorry to disturb you, but I have... And I stopped and went, oh my God, it is you. And we chatted for a little bit and I asked him, was he working on anything? He said, no, I'm not working anything right now, but he was a very pleasant, wonderful, wonderful person.
Yeah. And then we have Cy Young, baseball legend, the Cy Young Award for pitchers. Incredible pitcher in the early days of baseball.
Yeah.
Early days. And then we have Vangelis.
What happened to Lucy Lawful?
Lucy Lawful? Oh, Lucy Lawless. Xena herself.
Yes.
I'm sure we're going to have a run on the Xena.
God, no, not
on
again.
The Xena article. That used
the
to be
story that will never go away.
Exactly. And then we have Vangelis.
Vangelis.
Oh, is that how you say it?
I believe it's Vangelis.
Oh.
Vangelis, right. Greek keyboard composer who got an Oscar for composing the score for Chariots of Fire.
Exactly. And then we have Facebook friends Jan Robinson, Dan Patterson, and Mr. Joe Hogan. And that's it for the birthdays this time.
Technorama, the podcast for geeks, because geeks are better than cool. You don't hear someone say, "Get away from me, you cool person." Who's gonna have their 65-inch home theater system installed by the Cool Squad? Not me, that's for sure. How much cool cred do you have? Not enough to care about. Think you'll find any canned unicorn meat at thinkcool.com? It's just a part domain name. They don't even have roadkill in a paper cup. That's why you need to start listening to Technorama, because that's what geeks do. Go to chuckchat.com and listen to Technorama before you turn cool.
Go give a listen to our friends Chuck Tomasi and Craig Stepp over at Technorama.
I'm Daniel Radcliffe, and I believe that reaching out for help is the bravest thing a person can do. If you are struggling and need support, call the Trevor Lifeline at 1-866-488-7386. It's free and confidential, and trained counsellors are there to listen 24/7 without judgment. To learn more about the Trevor Project's life-saving work for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, or questioning young people, go to thetrevorproject.org.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know we could talk so much.
I did. But this is the feedback section, and we only got just one little comment, but it's a nice one. And this is regarding Two Gay Geeks episode number 262. Got a comment from Amy McAdams. She says, "Thank you. My birthday was a wonderful day spent with my husband and shopping for my collection of Beauty and Beast posters."
Ooh, cool.
Beauty and Beast posters?
Yeah.
Okay, Amy, show pictures on Facebook. We want to see them.
Yep.
And that's our feedback for this week.
And if you want to leave a comment on anything that we publish, whether it's article or whether it's one of our podcasts, you can do that on our Facebook page or tggeeks.com. You can also comment on Instagram and Twitter and any place else that you find a comment section. We also have a listener feedback line that you can leave a voicemail message and we'll play it on air like we did for our niece Summers here a couple of weeks ago. You can call 469-TG-GEEKS. That is 469-844-3357. And as always, please play nice. Everybody knows that we are huge supporters of independent creators, whether it's filmmakers, comic book artists, writers, or others. Please support independent creators. Support the Joshua Tree Feeding Program, a 501c3 nonprofit food pantry. They can really use your help right now during these times. You can go
definitely.
to jtfp.org and you can give a one-time or a monthly recurring gift. If you are trans or are questioning your gender identity, and if you are in crisis or are feeling isolated and need someone to talk to, or you know of someone in a similar situation, there is a special hotline just for you. The hotline is provided by translifeline.org and staffed by trained counselors who are transgender themselves. The hotline in the U.S. is 877-565-8860. In Canada, it is 877-330-6366. Or you can go to translifeline.org to learn about the important work they are doing. Please reach out for help. You are not alone.
Yeah, baby. They're like two gay geeks. They're together, you know. They're two gay guys and they're geeks. Is that okay?
We're going to have a real quick second segment here. I just want to let you know that I reached out to an author friend, J. Scott Coatsworth, just before we went to New York and said that I was kind of looking for some reading material. And he sent a pre-release
It's a very, 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 very early advanced reading copy.
Yeah, advanced reading copy of a book that he has written. And he's soon to publish that, but
yes.
I will say that it was a wonderful, wonderful read. I finally finished it on Monday when we got back, but it was a great set in one of his already existing universes, and I thought it was just wonderful. Thanks, Scott, for
love universe building.
Wonderful, wonderful book.
Okay, this is the things that we ran on our website at tggeeks.com, and we'll have the links for each of these articles on the website in the show notes for this episode 266, at tggeeks.com. First,
where is it at?
tggeeks.com.
Okay.
Ken, do you want me to say it again? tggeeks.com, tggeeks.com, tggeeks.com.
On with it.
Yes. On Sunday, March 3rd, the 15th, Dr. Zombie, Monster Family Physician number 92. On Monday, the 16th, TG Geeks number 265. We had nothing on Tuesday and Wednesday because the world came to an end because of COVID-19. But we came back on Thursday, the 19th. Andrea's Angle, never, rarely, sometimes, always, is emotional with nuanced performances. And then on Friday, the 20th, Hamish Downey's 5 Questions with O&O. They are a music duo.
Fascinating.
That was really interesting. And then on Saturday, the 21st, Ben's Breakdown. Is Superman the movie the mightiest film of all time? And if you want the answer to that, go check that article out. Again, you can find all of these at tggeeks.com.
And please visit and comment.
Have some shout-outs that we need to make. First, to the Arkle Times Post-Dispatch News, which republishes much of our content from time to time. It is put out by the human Arkle, Brian Weber, and you can find the Post-Dispatch News by finding him on Twitter. You do that by searching for Arkle at Arkle. And speaking of that, he has Arkle Studios, The Shameless Cash Grab. And he's in season 4 right now, and he's already started episode 2, Streets of Blood. And you can find that by going to youtube.com/Arkle Studios. We must also give some Facebook groups some lovely shout-outs for being lovely to us. First, Two Gay Geeks After Hours. Big thanks to the moderators for quite literally telling us that we could share away our content on their group, and their URL is facebook.com/groups/Gay Geeks After Hours. And then to The Gay Geek for also allowing us to share all of our stuff on their page. And their URL is facebook.com/groups/The Gay Geek. And as always, we must give our heartfelt thanks to their moderator, Jeremiah Reeves.
Yes, thanks you, Jeremiah. And lastly, we can be found on Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, as well as where other fine podcasts can be found. Also, check us out on Krypton Radio at 3 a.m. and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on Tuesdays, and listen to their other content. They're a 24-hour geeky internet radio station. Please rate us and review us on iTunes, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can listen to our episodes while you surf the internet on your device. Okay, that should do it for this episode of TG Geeks Webcast. Be sure to check out the article for this webcast episode. We'll have several links on the page. And remember, you can comment on our Facebook page or our website, tggeeks.com, or you can leave us a voicemail at 469-TG-GEEKS. That is 469-844-3357. From TG Squared Studios, I'm Keith Lane. Thanks for listening. Please be kind to yourself and others. Peace.
Cheers.